It was new on a holiday. She appeared in front of me right on time.
Are you Masato Kishi?
Yes. That's right. You are...
I'm Karen Nanjo. I'm the daughter of the Musashi Nanjo, the president of your company's business partner.
Oh, that's what I thought. Thank you for making time for me today.
Huh?
What's wrong?
Nothing. I wasn't expecting much, but I'm just a little disappointed that you fall far short of my expectations.
Oh, sorry. I can't believe she's the daughter of that President Nanjo. She has such a harsh personality. I can't imagine what we're going to be like for the rest of the day. As for why I met up with her in front of the station, it all started about a week ago in the president's office. Nanjo-san, the president of a company that is an important business partner of ours, took a liking to me by chance. I'd like you to have a date with my daughter. What? Unable to refuse the sudden invitation, the conversation went one way and a promise was made. I was determined to make the project with this company a success at all costs, so I accepted the invitation thinking it's just a one-time thing. But...
Why do I have to go on a date with this poor-looking guy?
I'm already regretting it because of her arrogant attitude that became apparent within a minute of meeting her.
I bet this guy is just as lousy as the other guy anyways.
What? What did you say?
Nothing!
According to the information the president told me earlier, she is 24 years old, started a fashion brand at a young age, and is a young president even though it's a small company. On top of that, she's beautiful and has an aura that makes an ordinary guy like me feel intimidated to get close to her. I could never understand why the president of the company chose me as a date for his daughter. Frankly, I don't think I'm a good match for her in any way. In any case, I can't just go home now, so I decided to go to a restaurant for lunch. Do you have any favorite foods, Nanjo-san? In case you're wondering, the restaurant I have reserved today is...
Why are you walking on that side of the street?
What?
What are you thinking to make a lady walk on the roadway side?
I'm sorry. Nanjo-san points out every single thing I do, as if she's grading my behavior. We've arrived. This is the restaurant.
Hey, don't close the door!
Huh? Oh, I'm sorry.
Huh! The guy should open the door and escort the lady. What are you thinking?
I'm sorry. I'm not used to this kind of thing.
That's not the point! Ugh! That's why I hate you poor people.
All my actions seemed to be backfiring, and her complaints were deafening. Finally, we got a table, but even there, her complaints didn't stop.
You did well for a poor guy,
Thanks.
But there isn't much wine selection. This list isn't very good.
Oh, really? I didn't think we would be drinking for lunch, so I didn't really pay attention to it.
Hey, since you're an adult, you should at least be able to connoisseur a typical brand of wine, or else it's embarrassing, you know? Even if you don't drink, you can tell a restaurant's level by what they have on their list. It's not just a matter of making a reservation at an expensive place.
Yes. I'll be careful from now on. Damn, she has no idea I can't even spend a single dime for lunch tomorrow because of this expensive lunch. But be patient, Makoto. For the sake of the project's success, keep her entertained. By the way, perhaps because you just started up your own business, I feel like you're very refined.
Oh? Can you elaborate?
Huh? Well, how should I put it? You know about all the manners and are a person of character.
Huh? How can I be a person of character when I'm acting like this towards you? Are you blind?
Oh, you were aware? But then, I guess it's in your blood to start your own business, isn't it? That means you have charisma, just like your father.
Like my father, huh?
Nanjo-san? Huh? Why does she look so gloomy?
You don't even know a single thing about entrepreneurship. Why do you talk like you know everything? I don't need you to praise me to know everything you just said to me.
Yes, you're right. Nanjo-san immediately returned to her usual tone and spat her venomous words at me. I decided at this point that her gloomy expression earlier was probably just my imagination. When we left the restaurant after finishing the stressful lunch, there was a lost child crying in front of the restaurant. Nanjo-san was the first to notice the child and seemed to be concerned.
What happened to her parents?
She mumbles to herself and tries to approach the child.
Yuka! Mommy!
But the mother came right away.
Thank God.
Nanjo-san, she makes this kind of expression too, huh? It was like she was more worried about the child than anyone else. It's kind of refreshing to see this side of her. Thank God, huh? Well, shall we go?
Ah!
Watch out! Oh, are you okay?
Yeah. Hey? How long are you going to be like that? Get away from me!
Oh, I'm sorry.
Don't look at me like that, perv!
I didn't look at you that way.
Yes, you did! Whatever, let's get out of here.
It's a misunderstanding, okay? After that, I had to tag along Nanjo-san to shopping. I thought it would be just a lunch date, but it looks like I have to endure her rampage for a bit longer. I was forced to carry a lot of shopping bags, and I was reaching my limit, both physically and mentally.
Hey, what do you think of this swimsuit? Which one suits me better? This one? Or this one?
What? Well, I don't know anything about that kind of stuff, so...
Come on, look at me and choose.
I think the one you're wearing now looks better.
What? No matter how you look at it, this one is definitely better. You really have no taste, do you?
Then why did you ask?
Also, could you please stop staring at me?
You told me to look! After that, she continued shopping as much as she wanted, and it was around 5 in the evening when she finally decided to go home, satisfied.
Well then, I'm going home. Oh, the score for today's date was below average, by the way. You have no escorting skills as a man, and since it's a date, you should have at least bought me a present. You should earn more money so that you can do that as a man.
With that, she quickly left in a cab. As soon as she left, all the stress exploded inside me. What the hell is wrong with that woman? She just kept on dissing me. What the hell does she think I am? Damn it, I'm gonna drown my anger with booze. Unable to control my anger, I went to a convenience store, bought some cheap liquor, and drowned myself with it to forget about what happened today. Damn, seriously, what the hell? I worked so hard to make reservations at that expensive restaurant. I even had to cut my living expenses to afford it. As I continued to vent out my frustrations, I started to remember even all the subtle expressions she made. That girl didn't seem like a bad person though. Her attitude towards the lost child just seemed a little different than that of a jerk. The expressions she made when we were talking about her father also bothered me. She seemed like someone who shouldn't be left alone for some reason. Well, all these are part of making my business project a success. As I thought about that, I no longer felt like drowning myself with booze or complain about her. The next day, while I was waiting for a train on the platform to go to a meeting, I received a call from President Nanjo. Hi, Kishi. Thanks for taking my daughter on a date yesterday. Did I cause you any trouble? Oh, no, not at all. She was such a nice lady. Way too good for me. I can't say she was a jerk. Well, I'm glad to hear that. Let me ask you something. Why did you choose me? Well, that's because you're a kind person. Huh? There was a time when I lost my wallet and you looked for it with me, right? Even after I told you you can stop, you didn't give up and found it for me. Ever since then, I've been thinking about having someone like you as a partner for my daughter. To tell you the truth, she's not my real daughter. She's a stepdaughter that my remarried partner brought home. I'm not very good as a parent, and I've yet to teach that girl anything. I want to teach her that money isn't the only important thing in this world, but I'm not good enough. But I think a kind person like you can show her a different world. As I listened to the president, I honestly felt like it was gonna be too much burden. I wasn't confident that I could take on that much responsibility. I also felt that he was overrating me. Speaking of which, you guys didn't exchange contact information, did you? I'll tell you her number now. I'll let my daughter know. So I got Nanjo-san's phone number and the call ended. A few days later, while returning home from work, a familiar-looking woman was in a tango with a man.
Hey, it's just for a bit, okay?
I told you I don't want to. Are you deaf?
Hey, please stop. She doesn't like it.
Huh? What the hell are you? You ain't got nothing to do with this.
No, but... The guy yelled at me and honestly my legs were shaking. But there was no way I could back down, so I kept arguing with him while freaking out.
God, you're a pain in the ass. I've had enough. Look at you, all scared. Not cool at all.
He finally gave up. Hey, are you alright, Nanjo-san?
Not cool.
Huh?
You, if you're going to save me, be cool! Your legs were shaking the whole time and that ugly asshole was completely looking down on you. Aren't you ashamed of yourself? Ugh, that's why you poor people are useless.
What is that attitude? Is that what you say to a person who saved you?
Huh? What? It's true! If you're going to be scared anyway, don't save anyone.
That's not how it works. He could have done terrible things to you.
I could have handled that kind of guy on my own. I'm smarter and cooler than you.
Well, you certainly didn't look like that. I finally lost my patience and got pissed off. I didn't care if she was the boss's daughter. I forgot to use formal languages with her and the argument continued.
Why are poor people like that pickup guy and you so despicable?
Huh? Don't compare me with that guy. What's so despicable about me?
Everything! I don't know how you took advantage of my father, but you planned to go on a date with me just for our money, right?
What? Don't you know what your father is thinking?
Huh? What are you yelling at me for? You're just mad because I hit the nail on the head, right?
No, I'm just saying, don't say what the hell you want without knowing what's really going on.
You don't know anything either.
With these words, Nanjo-san left as if she was running away from me. She quickly turned down the alley and disappeared from my sight. Damn, seriously, what's with that girl? I knew it, she's too much of a burden for me. I turned around to head home, still angry, thinking that I should probably stop getting involved with her. The frustration doesn't seem to be going away anytime soon. I better have a few drinks again tonight to calm myself down. Phone call? Hello?
Oh, Makoto, it's Mom. I'm sorry, but could you please pay your expenses this month too? We can't afford it yet.
Yeah, I know. I'll pay as usual, so don't worry about it. See you later. Poor people have their own difficulties too, you know? I started walking home, ruminating over the words of Nanjo-san in my head. For the next few days, I was in agony, unable to get the thought of Nanjo-san out of my head. Even when I go out on a weekend, I can't stop thinking about her. It's not good to be like this. But what should I do? Is that Nanjo-san? Children's aid donation? It was the same on our last date, but she seems strangely attached to children. She never smiles like that in front of me. After making sure Nanjo-san left the place, I approached the donation group. I guess I should do this kind of stuff once in a while.
Thank you.
It was just to distract my mind, but of course it was not enough to make me feel better. So I went home and continued to agonize over her. I ended up thinking about her until this late at night. Why do I have to think so much about her? It's her who is to blame. I guess I should just give her a call. On a whim, I decided to call her number that the president gave me. We should just talk it out and resolve it quickly.
The phone you are calling is either turned off or out of range.
Turn off? Hello? Oh, Kishi? Do you happen to be with my daughter right now? Huh? No. I see. What's wrong? Actually, my daughter hasn't come home yet, but her phone seems to be turned off. She hasn't gone home since I saw her during the day? I hope I'm just overreacting, but it's quite late, so I'm getting worried. I'm gonna go look for her now. Your daughter might come back home, so you stay there, sir. Without waiting for his response, I hung up and hurried out of the house to look for her. I said I'll look for her, but none of us has any idea where she is. I think I've checked all the places she might go to, but she's nowhere to be found. A phone call?
You? Is it Masato Kishi?
This voice? Nanjo-san? Where are you now?
I'll tell you, so just come and get me.
The person who called me was, surprisingly, Nanjo-san. She sounded a little tired. She seemed to be at a station in the next town, so I decided to hurry over. When I got to the place I was told to go, I was relieved to have finally found Nanjo-san. Nanjo-san!
Ugh, you're late.
Sorry, but why are you here?
There was a lost child, so I escorted him home.
Lost child, huh? Wait, your knee's injured.
I just helped the kid who almost fell over. I broke my phone because of it, but I happened to have your number I got from Dad, so I called you from a payphone.
After listening to her story, I went to the convenience store, bought some disinfectant, and patched her up. Nanjo-san seemed to be somewhat feeling down. Why did you do something so reckless until it got to this point?
My current father, he's not my real father. My mother remarried him, so I have a real dad elsewhere. He was a real son of a bitch. I hated him. All he did was drink and gamble and play with women, and he didn't even notice how lonely I was. So when I see kids in trouble...
I finally understood why Nanjo-san can't leave kids alone. Her unusual reactions toward children and the topic of father are probably because they remind her of her sad past. I see. I kind of understand what's going on, but you should take better care of yourself.
Huh! Stop lecturing me.
Forget about me, but your father is really worried about you. Besides, let me worry about you too. You're kind of hard to leave alone.
What's that supposed to mean? Are you trying to tell me I look like I need care?
Well, yeah.
Hey! You're supposed to say something nicer to me in this situation.
But can you deny it?
I can't!
Why did you say that so confidently? After I finished trading her, we decided to go back to the station where we can easily find a cab. It wasn't far, so I decided to piggyback her. She easily obliged. Are your legs okay?
They're fine. As for you, am I not too heavy?
What if I say you are?
I'll smack you on the head 100 times. You know, I used to be poor. My real father was such a lousy, greedy man. I really thought that being poor made him such a bad person. I didn't want to be like that myself, so I worked really hard to not be poor, and now I can live a reasonably luxurious life. I have completely cut ties with my real father and resolved all the issues, but I still have a bad image of poor people. So, I'm wary of poor people and try not to trust them, but... You seem different from everyone I've ever known.
I see. That's why you have that kind of attitude towards me.
What's with that face? What do you mean by that attitude?
I mean, you're not being honest. You have money, so if you wanted to, you could have gotten a cab and gone home.
I hate that inquisitive side of yours.
Sorry, I'm just glad that you asked me to help you. I don't think it's right to decide the quality of life by money, but I do wonder if having money would give me peace of mind. I'm forced to live in poverty to help my parents pay off their debt. So sometimes money worries me and I get burned out.
What? And yet you've come this far to help me?
That's why I'm a bit jealous of you.
By the way, I saw you at the fundraiser earlier today.
Oh, you were watching me? I saw you donate, so I thought I would do it too.
You're always thinking about others too when you don't have much money yourself. Well, that's what makes me trust you though.
Huh? What makes you... What did you say?
It's nothing! You come with me when I go buy a new phone.
Sure. Okay.
Don't get me wrong, it's not a date. You're just going to carry my stuff.
I know.
And I'm sorry for all the horrible things I've said to you. And thanks.
I felt a little closer to her, and that was enough to get rid of all the uneasiness I felt until then. A month later, the project with my client was progressing well, and we achieved our goal. President Nanjo and I were getting along well with each other as always, and sometimes we had a chance to talk alone, like now. Come to think of it, I haven't thanked you for finding my daughter the other day. No, it's nothing. I didn't do anything much. She seems to have taken a liking to you since that day, and talks about you all the time at home. Oh, is that so? Well, I'm sure you'd be a good match for my daughter, but that's a bit presumptuous, isn't it? No, actually. With some awkwardness, I fearfully reported to the president about the change in my relationship with her over the past month. On a weekend, we met up at a casual restaurant for lunch. Her stylish outfit looks a little out of place at this affordable restaurant.
I can repay your parents' debt, you know. I can take it off your shoulders, and you can pay them back to me little by little.
No, I want to pay that off myself. How can I say this? I want my relationship with you to have nothing to do with money.
Are you sure? Well, if you say so. Then I guess we'll have to have our dates at affordable restaurants for a while. Well, the food tastes good, so I'm not complaining.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry if I'm putting you through a lot of trouble.
What are you talking about? We're already lovers. We're supposed to support each other like that, right?
I'm counting on you. Thank you.
Besides, when I'm with Makoto, I feel like I can be happy even without money.
We started dating a week ago. Karen's changing a lot, and I feel like she's starting to realize that there's more important things than money. Gradually, she's starting to not look down so much on poor people. That's what the president wanted, so I'm happy about it. Now it's my turn to change. In the future, I'll definitely make her happy by letting her live the way she wants with my own power.